us to North Carolina and Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte.
Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Now here's the former Panther. Had some great years with him. It's Christian McCaffrey.
And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Looking for a crease. Can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert. What will be a 3rd and 4. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Purdy looking to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down, 49ers.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10.
Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
And now what's this? They fake the spike. He'll throw it. And that'll be caught. On the move past the 40.
And all the way down to the 33-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And this is caught. Jennings. Touchdown, 49ers.
Yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision.
A first down throw for Young.
Got his man. It's Jonathan Mingo.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. First down, Young. That is caught by Thielen.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Young on first down. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Chark, 39 yards.
And the Panthers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Boy, just zero hesitation from
the 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Purdy to throw it on first down.
That's caught out right by Jennings. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Purdy. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off.
And he will bring this one
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six, and I think they have nickel.
At their own 15-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football. Oh, another ball up for grabs here, and this one is intercepted.
It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them, take advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
A little jet sweep to start the drive.
And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers.
Miles Sanders
From 17 yards out.
And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their leads. This out to the 16-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Jeremy Chin picks it off.
And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
And maybe the wrong read there, as he's going to go down immediately.
On the tackle. Brought down back at the 19-yard line.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score.
Panthers 21, 49ers 7.
Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football, as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming.
Ready. Yellow. Go red.
Yes, let's get it.
Black. Fight 60.
Young. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take it. I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. The kick by Pinheiro is good. 20 to the 22-yard line. Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And he's going to have a Niners first down as good running gets him to about the 44. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Throwing here, Purdy. Open man is Samuel, complete. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it second down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly.
Purdy now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
Yeah, boy, he had the marker square in his sights, but a good tackle's going to leave him about a yard or so short. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 4. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoot. Going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Purdy. Flush to his right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been at a lot of practices, it's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling, maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. First and 10, Young. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 36-yard line.
This is your game to win, offense. Black Ultra, 10 cycles.
To throw on 2nd down is Young. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Buying time to his left. That's caught by Jennings. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The 49ers now going to use the first of their time. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now Purdy. Flushed out right. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
So many times I advocate not challenging coverage downfield, but on this play, I thought he made an excellent decision to actually do so. If that had been complete, that would have been one for the highlight reel.
A 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Give him credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things every time. Momentum, throwing the ball downfield.
Purdy sets up to throw again. To the end zone, but it's 8 to end the first half.
And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away, no good. And the deficit will stay at 3 scores.
That's a very disappointing sequence of events right there. And I, for one, would not want to be the kicker who has to run over to his head coach and explain that one.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. That is incomplete.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Young, he's going to change it up. On a jet sweep, here comes Chark.
And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well. A first down, technically. 2nd and 7.
Option right, Young. He'll pitch it. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Miles. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles, if they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's...
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect this.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the Niners are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Jeremy Chin picks it up, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Ready?
Young off the play fake. They'll roll him out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive.
It's from 54 yards away.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know what he thinks going on out there, CD.
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence.
And now here is another interception. Troy Hill picks it. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks.
Second and 10 now, third quarter from Charlotte.
Off the play fake, Young rolling to his left. This is caught. And all the way. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here.
This is wild here. Second down and 2 with just about 2 minutes on the clock.
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left.
Sanders is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A familiar refrain. A turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows.
Start their next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know.
And my goodness, another interception.
Racing to the end zone. It's such a costly interception. Nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close. They are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to guess it because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
Here's Young from the shotgun. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers.
Jonathan Mee, as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Set to get this drive underway.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to them, pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all.
And now here's another interception.
Jeremy Chin picks it off.
And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal, trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
And a carbon copy there, at least as far as the results are concerned, as he'll be dropped behind the line yet again. And we're back now in Charlotte. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
It's now 4th and goal.
And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. Young. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Here's Purdy. And his throw here is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half contest.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Von Bell. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. Well, he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us. No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
Now here's Young. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers are going to take possession here at their own 3. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here. And now here is another interception. Dante Jackson picks it. He's on his way. Partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance.
Identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but
Blitz coming, and down he goes. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Young to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need,
and give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown.
special teams, that's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got.
And my goodness, another interception. Jeremy Chin picks it off, and the Panthers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there, and gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. A very solid gain of 27. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown inside the 20.
The Niners take over 1st and 10. At their own 18.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Von Bell. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Shot, 17.
Following the interception, Young. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another
Teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
2nd and 10. Purdy looking to throw. And this one too low.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops from one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
Purdy, big fourth down play.
And my goodness, another interception. Dante Jackson picks it. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held him to 7. If he made 1 more, could have had our shutout.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
Team has certainly followed through with that tonight. Just an absolute clinic, Charles, on offense here, and they don't seem to be done.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game? And now here is another interception.
Picked off by J.C. Horn. How about this? He's to the 10.
And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
Start their next drive.
They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches
on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
And that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Here's 3rd and 9.
Back to throw. Purdy. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
Derek Brown
in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. And what are the whistles for? A timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
Now he's free at the 35. Deebo Samuel.
And he is going to have the Niners first down. And it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allowed to convert on 4th and long.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
It certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to